You know the friend you have in school, the relatively good looking one, good complexion, nice skin, nice hair. And then when he hits puberty, you expect him to be like, look the same, but no, he actually becomes annoyingly better looking. That's like the Jaguar F-PACE that we have here today. This Jaguar F-PACE was first launched in 2016, and when it first saw daylight, it was probably one of the most good-looking SUVs in the market, in its class at least. And then Jaguar decided to update the car that you see here, and it's now annoyingly good-looking or even better looking than before. So there's several changes up front. First and foremost is the bonnet. It's now more sculptural and it now bends all the way forward to meet the all-new grille. This grille here is now bigger and wider as well. And get this, see all these small little shapes up front? This shape is actually inspired by the Jaguar Heritage logo. So there's some story behind it. You know, the Jaguar designers didn't decide to just throw some shape in for plug and play purposes. There's a story, there's some heritage behind it, so it's rather cool. You also get new bumpers for the updated F-PACE here, but the most impressive of all has to be the double J daytime running lights. Now previously it was just a single line, but now they decided to put two J's and just... That's not all, 22-inch wheels. You also get new side vents here. This side vents now spot the leaping Jaguar animal, which was first founded on the F-Type sports car. And that's not all. Now at the rear here, tail lights have also been streamlined. In the past, for its predecessor, you can actually see a slight droop over here. But with this, Jaguar has modernized everything with this. So you only see the droop within the taillights itself. So it's like a double chicane here, sort of represent the whole racetrack sort of thing. So it's quite cool. You get black F-PACE logo as well as black Jaguar logo here as well. So everything at the rear still feels very modern, very trendy, but yet it hasn't lost its sporty touches as well. Open this. The Jaguar F-PACE obviously passes the anti-trolley's length test, so that's good. You can have your check-in luggage as well. You're facing 613 litres worth of boot space. And it's always good because with little or no load lip, you can just easily drag your stuff out without worrying that you'll scratch any of the paintwork. So let's drag it out. So that's kind of cool. If this isn't enough, for some reason you are going to IKEA, you're gonna shift some mahjong table and stuff, you can just pop, and it'll knock it down via the ledge here. Now in this configuration, it's almost like a flatbed. You can actually haul all your long items, all your big stuff, like I was saying, mahjong table, which is something I need to shift tonight anyway, so yeah, this would probably do the job. The Jaguar F-PACE is priced at $267,999. The 2-litre turbocharged engine produces 247 brake horsepower and 365 Nm of torque. The 8-speed sequential transmission brings the car from 0 to 100 km/h in 6.6 seconds. For more details on the Jaguar F-PACE or any other car, head on to sgCarMart.com to help you make the smart choice on your next car. Now when you're in here, the first thing you notice is obviously how red the cabin really is. I mean, it's red seats all throughout, so it kind of makes it very sporty, especially together with the head lining that comes in black. It makes the F-PACE ultra sporty. It's not really my cup of tea, but I'm sure there are people out there who can really appreciate something like this. So first things first, this seat has already been adjusted to joint sitting position, and yet I'm still getting ample leg room as with headroom. So I think people who are up to about 1.8, maybe even 1.85 meters tall will still be able to fit into these seats very, very comfortably. The only complaint I have is, get this, now the center seat, it's a bit firm, slightly firmer, and there's just no way an adult can put his feet like up here on the hump because it's just very narrow. So obviously you have to just put by the side. You have to share like leg room with your buddies at the side. The good news is you won't be eating much into the shoulder room, so you might still be able to squeeze 3 adults at the back with ease, albeit a squeeze. If not, it'll just be the 2 of you guys. You still get ISOFIX points here as well as here. I can pull this down Also more red leather. You can just have cup of coffee, relax. It's all soft to the touch leather, so it feels really good, feels really premium, especially when you look at the stitches here. Very nice red, black leather, soft to the touch. Everything here is just soft. It's very premium, you know, it's very luxe. And you know what's also luxe? The seats can be reclined electronically, so it sort of makes it feel very high-end, very comfortable. Just adjust to the liking, according to your liking at least. Good thing is you get aircon vents, rear aircon vents at the side. No climate control, but nevertheless you can appreciate something like this, especially on a hot day like today. Now, the updated Jaguar F-PACE doesn't just come with changes on the exterior, obviously it's on the interior as well. And the first thing you notice when you're at the helm is the changes right through here, as well as the new steering wheel. Now, before I get to this, the new steering wheel here looks and feels good, and get this, it comes with very high-end pedal shifters, aluminium in fact, while most of them are all plasticky and it feels very horrible to the touch. The F-PACE does it with high quality feel to it, and that's really cool. Obviously the 12.3-inch infotainment system, what you see is what you get. All the information that you need is all here as well. Now, Jaguar claims that it only takes 2 taps to get to exactly where you want and where you need to be. Now, I've been driving this car for several days. I've been trying to prove them wrong by meddling with this thing for several days, but I think they're quite right, because the PV Pro infotainment system is so simple, and yet all the function that you need is so straightforwardly laid out that you can't possibly miss it. I mean, I have music here, my phone, my Navi, the home screen, and within this home screen you have the eco data, the account climate, navigation, your cameras. Now, on that note of cameras, the car also comes with a 3D 360 camera, and when you're driving a car like the F-PACE, you kind of want and need something like this, because you'll always come across, you know, parallel lots as tight, small, tight parking, reverse spaces in multi-story car parks. This just sort of adds confidence to your driving when you're doing parking. See all these points here, when you touch them, it just shows you exactly where you need or what you need to look out for. And when you want to, you can even shut off the music by just muting it. So everything is just there. It's just very user friendly. Now, also user friendly is the InControl remote app. It's an app from Jaguar. This is how it looks like right here. Now, you can actually ventilate your car like this. Ventilate it before you even come into your car. That sort of just helps a lot, especially in a hot, crazy climate like this now, which is like 32 degrees outside. At least that's what the car is telling me. You can actually cool your car down, get it all ventilated before you bring your family into the car, especially when you don't have sheltered car park or you're parking outside. It helps a lot. And of course, that InControl remote app can also do a lot of other things, like check what's your fuel gauge like, what's the climate control like, everything else, right? So it's something that's really user friendly, especially in a very trendy digital age like now. Only question is, can this F-PACE drive as well as it looks? One way to find out. I think if one were to describe the Jaguar F-PACE here, is sporty. Sporty probably describes this car best. I'm not saying that it's not comfortable, it's still comfortable. It will soak up all the bumps and ruts with ease. Probably soak up all but the worst sort of tarmac. When I say worst sort of tarmac, it's like a series and a stretch of broken road surfaces because of construction, because of road works, which is very common nowadays. And then you'll probably feel that bit of judder and bit of vibration being sent to the cabin. Apart from that, this car will do everything well. And I also say sporty because the steering wheel is very well weighted and it gives you a lot of feedback, the sort of feedback that's necessary when you're piloting through a series of bends and curves and sharp turns. The only complaint I have about the steering wheel is I wish that there was more accuracy. It just feels a little bit dull on that side, but I'm really just finding things to complain because it's very, very forgivable. And also, this car can finish a century sprint in 6.6 seconds. Now that is hot hatch territory. And mind you, this is a car that weighs more than 1.8 tons. A lot of it has to do with the 2-litre engine up front. It pumps out some 247 brake horsepower and 365 Newton meters of torque. All through an 8-speed automatic gearbox. Everything is seamless, sharp, smooth, and quick. You are never caught in the wrong gear at any point in time. It's always on point, and you can really appreciate something like this. And with regards to the Jaguar F-PACE, it doesn't just have these hot hatch figures. And mind you, again, like I said, it's a car that weighs over 1.8 tons. It doesn't just have hot hatch figures, it actually drives like a hot hatch. It handles very much like a hot hatch. When you try and pilot through a series of bends, body roll is kept well in check. It manages to just hold its own very well. You have absolutely no fear when you go through a series of bends. You know how when you pilot an SUV, it's sort of a sporty SUV, you sort of get this fear, a fear of, you know, can the car really take that much beating? For the F-PACE, yes, it can. So the Jaguar F-PACE 2-litre R dynamic that we have here today, is it a will buy, won't buy, or go try? My answer is yes. If you've got the money, go and buy this car. It's an absolute delight to drive. This is no SVR, it's no 5-litre V8, it's only a 2-litre 4-pot, but what an SUV, man. I mean, it's almost a complete SUV. When I say complete, I mean it's got ample space to fit a mahjong table at the back, can fit your kids, your wife, probably a helper. You can drive. It's a very sporty car, it drives very well, drives like a maniac if you want to, holds its own very well around curves as well. What's to complain, really? I suppose the price tag. At 260,000, it's not exactly chump change, but to put it into a different perspective, you're actually getting a lot of car for the price that you're paying. And you get a 5-year warranty and accessories pack, so the price tag really isn't too bad. So like I said, if you've got the money, if you've got the moolah, buy this car. You will not regret it. So there you have it, guys. That's the review of the updated Jaguar F-PACE. Hope you guys enjoyed the video as much as I've driven the car. Please don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget to comment in the comment box below. Let us know what you think about the car. Is it a will buy, won't buy, or go try? Please also hit the bell notification button somewhere below so that you'll be notified every time we upload new videos. Also follow us on TikTok at sgCarMart. In the meantime, stay safe, be well.